Gates open at Arapahoe Park with the start of the 2015 live horse racing season in Colorado. Thoroughbred, quarter horse, and Arabian racing from May 22nd to August 16th. We'll take a look back at the best horses at Arapahoe Park from last year, how they've represented Colorado and kicked some equine hiney around the country since, and what to expect for their Colorado homecoming. We're showing you the behind the scenes of horse racing and some of sport's most majestic athletes. So get a leg up, come on to the track, and be ready for the start because the horses are at the post. Welcome to a behind the scenes look of horse racing. I'm Jonathan Horowitz, the announcer at Arapahoe Park. Horse racing in Colorado is in the midst of a renaissance, and this first ever episode of Gates Open at Arapahoe Park will highlight the growth of the sport of kings at Arapahoe Park and in Colorado. With Colorado's live horse racing season in 2015 scheduled to begin on Friday, Arapahoe Park is launching the theme of where horses come first. There will be more coverage of Arapahoe Park's races, improvements to the fan experience at the track, innovative programs to promote the welfare of horses, and richer races than ever before. Arapahoe Park will host 39 days of live thoroughbred, quarter horse, and Arabian racing on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through August 16th. Post time for the first race each day will be at 1 o'clock p.m. There are better horses racing in Colorado than since races started in the state at Centennial Racetrack in 1950. Later in the show will be a look at thoroughbred Get Happy Mister, Arabian Miss Dixie, and quarter horse Stoli Angel and their successes at Arapahoe Park and around the country. This episode will also profile the amazing achievements of what some horses are doing after they finish their racing careers, including the inspiring story of a therapy horse named Devgru, who is helping a jockey people never thought would ride again, quite literally get back in the saddle. Also new at Arapahoe Park this year, the track has created the 9th furlong cabana area that can accommodate 200 people adjacent to the finish line. There will be a tiki bar at track level as part of new ways for spectators to watch the races. Fans can request tours of the stable area and announcer's booth as part of the track's effort to present the behind the scenes of horse racing, much like you'll see on this show. And if you have any questions about horse racing, send me a message on Twitter and I'll answer them as Gates open at Arapahoe Park and the 2015 season is underway. Gates Open at Arapahoe Park is presented by the His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan Global Arabian Horse Flat Racing Festival.
On the edge of glory in the Waspa Stud Farm Cup and Breezal LZP with Carlo Lopez looking over the shoulder for the competition that hasn't emerged yet.
With races in 11 countries, the Waspa Stud Farm Cup will be held at Arapahoe Park on May 24th, July 5th, and August 9th. Behind the growth of horse racing in Colorado, the Colorado Horse Racing Association, the Colorado Thoroughbred Breeders Association, the Rocky Mountain Quarter Horse Association, Colorado Owners and Breeders of Racing Arabians, Cantor, Colorado, finding new homes for retired racehorses. Meet Vinny the Emperor, Colorado's most wanted thoroughbred. What does it mean to be Colorado's most wanted thoroughbred? In September 2014, Vinny wrapped up his horse racing career at Suffolk Downs in Massachusetts. 1 win in 28 starts. Under the care of Janelle Day, Vinny's new jockey if you will, the former racehorse now excels in horse shows as an eventer and hunter jumper. He's known as Jungle Cat in horse shows, and by the nickname Hobbs, as in the comic book Calvin and Hobbes Around the Barn. Janelle obtained Vinny the Emperor from Cantor, an organization that helps find new homes for horses after they finish their racing careers. Cantor, Colorado teamed up with Retired Racehorse Project, Arapahoe Park, the state's horse race track, and the Colorado Horse Racing Association to find out who would be Colorado's most wanted thoroughbred. The event took place at the Rocky Mountain Horse Expo at the National Western Complex in Denver in March 2015, just 6 months after Vinny's last race. The competition showed the transformation of 4 former racehorses who are now eventers, hunter-jumpers, trail horses, and horses who work on ranches. Racehorses can have vast potential in new careers after racing. The finalists? Run to the Border and rider Christy Radosevich of Elizabeth, Colorado. Run to the Border won 9 races and earned more than $200,000 in a 7-year racing career before winning awards in eventing and dressage. Still going strong at age 16 with powerful leaps like this. Freeside and rider Teresa Snyder of Parker, Colorado. Bred in Colorado in 2002, Freeside's racing career was curtailed by injury after just 1 start in 2005. He's recovered admirably and now clears high jumps in shows with the power of a steeplechase racehorse and the grace of an equine ballerina. Buck Deer and rider Lindsay Sacco of Littleton, Colorado. The eye-catching gray made 1 career start in West Virginia. Now, Lindsay said about the horse known as Silver Lining at horse shows, "Not many horses can go from the show ring to a dude ranch and lead trail rides for 5 hours a day or be used to herd horses." And Vinny the Emperor and Janelle Day of Fort Collins, Colorado, the youngest horse in Colorado's most wanted thoroughbred contest at the age of 5. With his quick adaptability from racing to eventing, thanks to a calm and intelligent temperament, Janelle calls him the perfect American thoroughbred. The 4 finalists showed off their horses on the flat. That's Freeside. Over the jumps, as Run to the Border did. And Buck Deer, whose jumps had his competition looking on and applauding. And even on a bicycle. Here's Janelle leading Vinny the Emperor around while riding a different type of horsepower. Retired Racehorse Project's Stuart Pittman explained the amazing transformation each horse has made post-racing. Judging the performances were Arapahoe Park General Manager Bruce Seymour, Cantor, Colorado Executive Director Jamie Gerard, and Dale Simonton of Gate to Great. The 4 riders told the crowd why their horse should be Colorado's most wanted thoroughbred. Would it be Run to the Border, Freeside, Buck Deer, or Vinny the Emperor? It was a tough decision, but the crowd cheered loudest for Vinny the Emperor. His jumping, his walking on a tarp, and his bicycling. Crowned Colorado's most wanted thoroughbred, Vinny and Janelle Day took a victory lap. From the Rocky Mountain Horse Expo, this is Jonathan Horowitz. And now we're joined by Janelle Day and Christy Radosevich. Janelle Day with Hobbs and Vinny the Emperor, Christy Radosevich with Run to the Border. Finalists in the Colorado's Most Wanted Thoroughbred contest. Let me start with the winner, Janelle. What did you do to get Hobbs to do these new skills and to do it so quickly?
I just went with what his brain is like. He's a good horse, he learns quickly, and he really responds to positive reinforcement. And he's got a pretty calm brain, so asking him to do things like walk on a tarp wasn't so challenging because we worked on trusting each other, so he was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
So a very smart horse,
yeah.
And a very versatile, and a horse who's been doing this for years. How does Run to the Border keep doing it at 16 years old?
Well, the best thing for a lot of these off-the-track horses, and the best thing for Border, is to keep him going, keep him fit. I have to say we had a couple of years off before the Colorado's Most Wanted Thoroughbred contest, and that really wasn't the best for him. It's keeping him fit really keeps their joints healthier and keeps them healthier overall. And so I think that's probably one of the keys with the off-the-track thoroughbreds, and to keep them, going at 16 or even older.
And coming out of retirement to do this too. So what do you look for when you get a horse from off the track that's been racing that you want to do eventing or jumping with?
Well, we do like to see that they're generally sound. I mean, there are some soundness issues that we can work with, but mostly it's the willingness. Are they interested in going on and doing another job? And for us, we need a really versatile horse that's going to want to do, many different jobs: dressage, cross-country jumping, and show jumping, and maybe anything else that we want to do, like trail riding.
And what do you look for, Janelle?
I really look for a lot of the same things, and I look for just this look in their eye. Jimmy Wofford calls it the look of eagles, and it's just something when you see it, it's there. And then I look for a good slope in the shoulder, and I look for some good conformation, and then I look for good X-rays.
Well, congratulations on being Colorado's most wanted thoroughbreds, and we look forward to seeing you at Arapahoe Park.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Awesome. Thanks, Jonathan.
Live horse racing at Arapahoe Park takes place from May 22nd to August 16th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays starting at 1 p.m.
Gates open, the Miles Massey Handicap is underway.
Keep up with the latest online at myhighracing.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/Arapahoe Racing, and on Twitter at JJ Horowitz.
Miss Dixie and Lil Rich Girl in a photo finish that goes to Miss Dixie, holding on by the narrowest of margins.
Let's look back to the best of 2014 at Arapahoe Park and who the stars of 2015 might be. Get Happy Mister got his name because when owner Annette Bishop and trainer Butch Gleason saw the price on the horse going up at the Silver Cup horse sale, Bishop turned to a worried Gleason and said, "If you want this horse, you're going to have to get Happy Mister." And the horse has given a lot for his connections to get happy about. The biggest thrill coming when he took a perfect 8-for-8 record in his home state of Colorado into the 2014 $100,000 Arapahoe Park Classic.
Gates open, the Arapahoe Park Classic is underway. Even beginning with Ground Transport, the confirmed front runner looking for the early lead. Beaten to the punch through the opening furlong by Cockeyed Cowboy. Get Happy Mister tucks into a joint third place in the pink silks past the finish line with a lap to go. He's Amazing, trapped 3 horses wide, and No It Ain't is in between that pair. Final 3 headed by Magical Twist just in front of Lead 'em in Ken, and Wally Van is last of the 8, leaving the home stretch and heading into the clubhouse turn. And it's a good battle for the early lead with Ground Transport and David Mello one off the fence, just shading Cockeyed Cowboy in second place, and they set a quick gallop to the backstretch, 7 lengths in front of Get Happy Mister in a good stalking spot in third for Mike Ziegler, followed by He's Amazing, the 2-time winner of this race, in fourth, but 7 lengths off the lead. Lead 'em in Ken beginning a mid-race move in the red cap along the inside of He's Amazing, and then Magical Twist, No It Ain't, and Wally Van as they come to the half-mile pole, and Mike Ziegler making the move on Get Happy Mister to race up to the outside of Ground Transport. Cockeyed Cowboy can't go with them and is dropping out of it. He's Amazing making a run on the outside with Lead 'em in Ken and Magical Twist, and then Wally Van, and they've left No It Ain't at the rear of the field. Midway round the far turn, the quarter pole is in sight, and it's Get Happy Mister who flies the flag for Colorado, takes the lead, comes past the quarter pole, 2 lengths in front. Lead 'em in Ken leads the chase in second place, and then Magical Twist in third. On the edge of glory in the Arapahoe Park Classic, and Ziggy shakes the reins at Get Happy Mister. Get Happy Mister responds. Lead 'em in Ken doesn't have an answer, and then comes Magical Twist, but Colorado can rejoice in its hometown hero. Get Happy Mister, never been beaten at Arapahoe Park, and no win bigger than this Arapahoe Park Classic. Get Happy Mister, a pat on the back from Mike Ziegler.
8 months later, Get Happy Mister returned to the races for his 2015 debut in the $100,000 San Simeon Stakes at Santa Anita in Southern California behind the training of Bishop's son-in-law, Mark Sagalakis. It was Happy's first start on turf. He was going against the best turf sprinters from Southern California in the Grade 3 race. but seen here in the pink silk settling into a good rhythm under jockey Tyler Bays, Get Happy Mister again flies the flag for Colorado. And in the process, the 5-year-old bay bred by Willard Burback becomes the highest earning Colorado bred ever, thanks to the Santa Anita TV department for the footage, and announcer Trevor Denman brings Happy home.
Strung out over a lot of ground as they come to the top of the lane. Sweet Swap on the outside and Pure Tactics down at the rail. Those two clear by 4. Get Happy Mister comes after them now, and then it's the grey Holy Loot in the red cap. In behind that comes Outside Nashville. They're at the top of the lane. Pure Tactics along the inside and Sweet Swap. The advantage to Pure Tactics. On the inside, here's Get Happy Mister. Get Happy Mister down the centre. Holy Loot. Suddenly the whole picture changes. Get Happy Mister at the rail. Holy Loot, the grey on the outside, gonna hit it together. Get Happy Mister in front. Get Happy Mister has won it. Get Happy Mister to Holy Loot.
For Arabians, Miss Dixie did something no horse has ever done in the history of Arapahoe Park. She won 2 stakes races in 2 days during the 2014 season. First, the Cobra Distaff, sponsored by Soaring Eagle Ranch on August 16th.
As they move into the far turn, and it's Miss Dixie who picks it up on the front end, opens up 5 lengths with Lil Rich Girl leading the chase in second. RV Roulette back to third, followed by TM Madame, and then Breezel LZP and Sand on Fire, and Etre Chic has dropped out of it, past the quarter pole, about to turn for home, on the edge of glory in the Cobra Distaff, sponsored by the Soaring Eagle Ranch, and it's Miss Dixie who has the lead, and is 7 lengths in front of Lil Rich Girl, trying to give chase in second place, but no match at the moment for the 2-time Darley Award winner. It's Miss Dixie who's pouring it on with 100 yards to go, a former $15,000 claim, and since that time, she has now won 10 stakes races and earned more than $180,000. Miss Dixie, a true champion, scores convincingly.
Then 1 day later, the gray mare owned by Lori Long and her husband trainer Scott Powell tried the Cobra Classic sponsored by Crow Valley against the boys. 1 1/8 miles one day, then 1 1/4 miles the next. A total of 2 3/8 miles logged in 2 Grade 3 $25,000 stakes races.
6 lengths back to RB Rich, and the trailer is Mr. Red. Coming past the half-mile pole, and now it's go time for Miss Dixie and Kelsey Purcell, doing something that no horse has ever done at Arapahoe Park, running in 2 stakes races in 2 days. She races up to her stablemate, the Jet Sun, to the inside, and they've pulled about 20 lengths in front, with a lot of work to do for RB Rich, trying to close from third, racing in front of Doc Holliday and Mr. Red at the rear of the field. Past the quarter pole, and the Scott Powell trained runners are 1-2, with the Jet Sun on the outside of the 2-time Darley Award champion Miss Dixie, and now Kelsey Purcell asks Miss Dixie to go. Miss Dixie in a battle with the Jet Sun. They're well clear of RB Rich plugging away in third, 100 yards to the finish, and it's Miss Dixie who now takes the lead from the Jet Sun. Cobra Distaff winner yesterday. How much does she have left in the tank? The Jet Sun chasing her all the way to the wire, but the class of Miss Dixie will prevail. 2 stakes wins in 2 days. The Cobra Distaff yesterday, the Cobra Classic today for Miss Dixie and Kelsey Purcell, with the Jet Sun in second place. The Scott Powell 1-2.
And then Miss Dixie's team was off to Hollywood. Miss Dixie was nominated for a Darley Award that recognizes the top Arabian horses and horsemen in the United States. The award show took place at the Dolby Theater in April, where the Oscars were held 2 weeks earlier.
Congratulations once again. Our 2014 Darley Champion Older Mare, Miss Dixie.
Miss Dixie was named the best Arabian female horse in the country by the His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan Global Arabian Horse Flat Racing Festival and the Arabian Jockey Club. She became just the 3rd horse in the 28-year history of the Darley Awards to win a Darley in 3 consecutive years. It's been an illustrious career for the 7-year-old gray mare, who has won 16 races and earned more than $200,000. Her connections, Scott Powell and Lori Long, who were celebrating their 1-year wedding anniversary the day of the Darleys, talked backstage about plans for the coming year.
The plan is to we start her out slow. We try to finish the year kind of on a peak, and hopefully she can get back to her regular form, and she knows how to run.
What would you like to tell me about Miss Dixie?
I think she's incredible. I know that she just is a die-hard horse. She goes for the money, and she's awesome. And I think we've got a good shot this year, and we'll see what kind of babies she makes too, because that's kind of the next plan, is start breeding. And yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Having won the 2014 Muriel Arapahoe Distaff Challenge, Stoli Angel earned the right to represent Colorado on quarter horse racing's championship evening at Prairie Meadows in Iowa in October 2014. She faced horses who had come out of regional races in California, Texas, and even Canada in a field of 11 in the $100,000 Grade 1 Championship for female horses, fillies and mares at 400 yards.
Off and running. Cadillac from the extreme outside goes for the early lead. Stoli Angel alongside is running. Stoli Angel just right there. Zoom is in contention in between horses as they come down the stretch run. And here's Madrasita as well with a late rally. And as they come down to line, Stoli Angel and Cadillac. Stoli Angel wins it.
That was track announcer Jim McCauley describing, and thanks to the Prairie Meadows television department and Cody Photography for footage of Stoli Angel's win. Congratulations to owner Garland Shelton. In the winner's circle in Iowa are also jockey Larry Payne and trainer Russell Harris. In Colorado, Bonifacio Perez was aboard for trainer John Hamus. Arapahoe Park will host 2 regional finals for this year's American Quarter Horse Association Challenge Championships. For 3-year-olds, Arapahoe Park will hold the Adequan Arapahoe Derby Challenge on June 6th. Trials for that race take place on Friday's opening day of the season. For fillies and mares, this year's Muriel Arapahoe Distaff Challenge will be held on July 4th with qualifying trials on June 19th. The winners of Arapahoe Park's Regional Challenge Championships will advance to the finals to be contested in November at Lone Star Park near Dallas. Colorado will look to continue making noise on the national racing scene. Cantor Colorado is an organization that finds new homes for retired racehorses. Each week, Arapahoe Park in Cantor, Colorado will profile a horse in a new career after racing in a segment Beyond the Finish Line. Tonight, the remarkable story of a horse and jockey whose lives have become intertwined as they beat the odds together. 14 months after an injury ended the career of jockey Anne von Rosen, she was back on a racehorse for the first time. Von Rosen had ridden Devgru to 2 wins at Turf Paradise in Phoenix, and horse and jockey teamed up for a third, perhaps overcoming the biggest odds in Von Rosen's life on Wednesday, May 6th, 2015.
Awesome. It's really good. It's something I've been looking forward to for ever since Dennis told me that's where Devgru is, and then that he'll be waiting for me when I'm ready, so that's great.
Devgru, owned by Dennis Miller and now trained by Vicki Dreyer of Cantor, Arizona, an organization that works with retired racehorses, has survived severe injury to become a therapy horse.
Oh, he's awesome. He's changed. I mean, yeah, he's just so laid back and relaxed and takes care of me still. He did out there on the racetrack, and he still is now, so that's great.
Like any big victory, the moment was deserving of treats and even some champagne for Devgru. Jockey and horse beating the odds. In the ring, Von Rosen said to Devgru, "They told you would never walk again. They told me I would never walk again. Now we're walking together." From Cave Creek, Arizona, this is Jonathan Horowitz. That's gates open at Arapahoe Park, and until your next time out at the races, I'm Jonathan Horowitz. Keep picking winners.